Abundance, 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 abundance. Gratitude. We back with another one. Speaking my truth, episode 7. Episode 7. Divine number right there. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I decided to do this episode today. It's gonna come up regardless. So it's a divine number for me. But end of the day, we're gonna do what we do. Play some music. I got some music. We're gonna play some videos, me breaking it down, giving you a real truth perspective about it in my own little way. So if anybody hear it, they can be healed or they can be attracted to the viewpoint and able to evolve from it and grow in ways that they can't explain. So I'm gonna play this song called In My City off my one of my albums called Bread and Butter, and we gonna get the show on the road. I think I got it already. Hold on. Let me go ahead and just download it real quick. And we're gonna play this song called In My City. Damn, I thought I had it. Hold on, but we're gonna have to play this one right here called Self Sabotage. No, first I'm gonna play this song called we'll play Legacy. I'm gonna play Legacy and I'm gonna play In My City and we're gonna talk with the video.
You know, in my life, so far, I did a lot. You know, now it's time for me to understand about legacy, what I'm gonna leave behind, and just be the best I can be. So, what about that legacy? Did I let it helping hand, a turn of blind and clearless eye? Did I choose to understand beneath a judging cloudy sky? Did I build a bridge of hope? And did I tear the hopeless structure down? Did love reside within me? Or was the ground too heavy for me? What about your legacy? A question knocking at my door. What you living for? You choose to be, you choose to do. What's your legacy? The seeds you plant really grow. They say you get to be the change you wanna see in this world. So let your exes rearrange the bitter truth you can't change. It's not about the grand we own or the moments you couldn't reach the sky. It's the kindness that you planted on the ground that helps another spirit fly. Your legacy, what about your legacy? A question knocking at my door. What you living for? You choose to be, you choose to do. What's your legacy? The seed you plant will it grow? Oh, yeah, yeah. What's your legacy? A question knocking at my door. Yeah. What you living for? What you living to be? You choose to do. What's your legacy? The seed you plant will it grow? Yeah. They say you got to be the change, be the change you wanna see in the world, So let your exes rearrange. Let the bitter truth you can't change, It's not about the grand we own, yeah, or the moments you couldn't reach the sky. It's the kindness that you planted in the ground that helps another spirit fly. Legacy, what you living your for? Legacy, what you living your legacy, what you living your legacy, what you living for? Legacy, what you living legacy, what you living legacy, what you living.
Yeah, I love that song so much. That song is lit, bro. I love that song. You know what I'm saying? Because it's talking about standing on business of your truth and leaving gems and whatever that gem was, it's going to be stuck in somebody's consciousness and they're going to be able to grow from that. That's the real legacy I'm talking about. Moving generational changes and breaking generational spells and shit like that. That's what I'm talking about, the real legacy. Because that can break molds, it can break things that people was holding on to. They can evolve from that shit and then create more shit. Like, that's what I'm talking about. So, but like I said, I'm gonna play the song about In My City, and we're gonna talk about, I got some videos lined up where we could talk about and break down certain topics that the video was talking about, and it's gonna relate to real life. That's why I say Speaking My Truth, episode 7. That's the theme for this whole so-called podcast or live stream that I do. I'm not just an artist, I'm not just a poet, I'm not just a rebel, I'm not just a person that is awakened. I also like to do live streams so I can have people open up, and I can open up to people in ways that it is good for the mind, body, and soul, bro. So I'm gonna play In My City, was off my last album called Bread and Butter, because D2D was an EP, it wasn't an album. So this is my last full-length album, was Bread and Butter. So In My City was off that album. And it's a song basically talking about, I'm looking at kids now play football. So it's kind of crazy how this song is aligning with what I'm talking about. But it's called In My City, and it's basically talking about my city, and how I see it, and when I say my city poor, it's not about, money and stuff and all the places that they build it. It's talking about the spirit and the soul of the city is poor. That's how I feel with that. And let's play In My City right quick.
In my city, yeah, the kids playing in the street, can't get no release, and in a home, they get no peace, so they try to find ways to explain their creative ways. In my city, it's poor, and the streets and police at war got me feeling like when we're in, they know we will remember how to win. In my city, yeah, in my city, yeah, in my city, in my city, people only want to greet you when they want something from you. In my city, then you won't hear from them again. In my city, the way some people wanna make you stay away. In my city, it can be beautiful. In my city, when the children explore the things internally. In my city, that you don't need society to feel happy. In my city, where the mayor is selling out for money. In my city, then you find ways to make change with your frequency. In my city, yeah, in my city, everybody wanna be the same. Then I came along and changed that game, trying to bring another way of thinking to better the city. Do they want change? Or those who cut the bow with a slave mind frame? We ain't the same. We gotta change, make things happen, rearrange things so that kids can say they made it their way, because Jay say they can make it today and forever because they are the source. Yeah. In my city, in my city, in my city, in my city.
Yo, that song's so tough, man. I love my little style like that. I ain't trying to toot my own horn, but I love my little style because nobody can do what I do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no Luther, I ain't no Chris Brown, I ain't no Usher, I'm Jordan motherfucking Ankrum, bro. But I want to play this video of this guy talking about Trump has intentionally sabotaged and exposed the system of white supremacy. And when I look at it, I'm gonna just give y'all my thoughts in between and at the end of this video. I'm gonna see what he got to say. And like I say, well, I'm just gonna let him talk.
Plan, but Trump has unintentionally sabotaged the system of white supremacy. Now, he ain't necessarily created, but he did expose it. See, in America, a lot of people think or thought that we were in a post-racial society and those types of things are behind us, and there is no such thing as a racist society anymore. You know what I mean? We moved past that, past the civil rights. But every time Trump gets on the microphone, we see that we are not past them days. In fact, we are still in them days, and he's talking that same shit now. So no, he did not create it. But yes, he did expose the fact that it is here and the system of white supremacy does exist, and there are people who are trying very hard to keep it in power, intact, and in motion. Trump has also indirectly and inadvertently mobilized the masses. Trump has indirectly and inadvertently mobilized the masses. Yep, even people who didn't necessarily agree on things before, who maybe if they were sitting at a table would sit there and have a long argument about this side or that side or this wing or that wing or this red or blue. Everybody in the room like, hey man, fuck this guy. Everybody's on the same page right now as far as none of us agree with what he is doing, and the fact that his poor decisions, his arrogance, his poor judgments has affected so many people that all of these affected people have mobilized, and now whether it's getting in groups in real life or they're getting online in chat rooms or getting in the comment section talking about how, hey, this shit.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause it right there because a lot been said. So this is my perspective because I never really gave my perspective like on platforms dealing with, because I hate politics. I hate the whole government shit with that Democrats and Republicans. I hate that shit. I don't have no dog in that race. But here's the deal. I'm gonna talk to Joe Biden. Here's the deal. But here's the deal with that. I feel like the white supremacy system of white supremacy is a sugar code because it's not just white supremacy. It's 13 bloodlines. These motherfuckers are creating distraction between people. The more we are distracted, the more that we don't know what the fuck is going on and how important each individual has a part to play in this. You know what I'm saying? But you have one section of people who are actually they don't have the awareness yet to know how important they are. And once they know how important they are, the shit will shift the whole thing to where we don't even need the government or none of that shit. And I'm gonna keep it real. It start with so-called like everybody. I'm trying to say we the best of all time, but so-called black people, we have the fire to actually change this shit because everybody see our style, they see our slang, our swag, and they automatically want to attract to that because we are a good vibing people. We are good people that it's about love, coming together, unity, alignment. We always been like that until recently. We was kind of poisoned with the thought of what we was, but it's like, okay, they poisoned us and they made us evil. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on right now. They made us evil to a point where we don't even know who and what the fuck we gotta do to get our essence back to a point of like, okay, we can lead this shit to a better world. And that's why I feel with that. And I feel like Trump is just nothing but a face. You know what I'm saying? He's a face and he's saying shit because they allow him to say shit. They will not let him say shit if he says some real shit to where it can actually make people start thinking. That's the number one they hate for us to do is to think. They don't like for us to think, bro. Like once you start thinking and being aware, you're gonna have so much shit come at you and you be like, damn, what the fuck just happened? Because you starting to think now, you see the world a different way. So that's what's going on right now. And I don't even pay attention. I don't know what speech Trump did. I don't know what he do. Because at the end of the day, I'm so tapped into source that whatever the fuck they trying to do to me outside, it cannot fuck with me inside. And that's the realest shit people gotta feel, you know? So I'm gonna continue playing this.
Is affecting all of us, and none of us agree, and we are all in.
Pause. Shout out to the 3 viewers. It's your boy, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing my thing again. Speaking my truth, episode 7. Let me see. Peace, peace, peace. Branches in the building. Abundance, gratitude. We back with it again. Speak my truth, episode 7. I don't even know if that's the right limit of episodes. I just lost track, but I said episode 7 because it felt right. It felt right to me. But we're going to get back to the video of the guy talking about Trump and stuff.
Agreement of the idea that this shit needs to go. This shit needs to stop, and we got to get him the fuck out of there. You know what I mean? So his ignorance and arrogance.
And my thing is, I heard that my mom told me that Trump is going to get rid of welfare, and you know, I heard about the child support situation. But if that's the case, what and people are complaining, oh, he's going to do this and that. But I feel like if black people can take away from that situation is that if you want to be part of the system, like that's as a separate person, like let's go ahead and do that. Like I just feel like you don't need to be part of that no more. Just let go of the welfare, let go of the child support and all that shit, and we focus on ourselves. We align with ourselves again. That's one thing they think we can't do. So they think, oh, if they take that, we're gonna crumble, we're gonna fall, we're gonna perish. No, it's time to align and stand on business and be who you really are, bro. So all this shit is like I said, it's gonna get worse before it get better. So it's like, okay, you take all this away from a person that was being pacified by a certain thing. You take away a pacifier, it's gonna cry for a bit, but then it's gonna understand it don't need that pacifier. It can always live without that. So that's what happened with us. They gave us something that's poison that we came to a point where we needed that poison so much, not knowing it was poison. You know, so once we able to separate ourselves from that and become more back into our divine essence, that shit would hit so different. And I feel it. I feel it now. Like, because my mom, you know, she did it for a minute with food stamps and shit like that. And not to bash nobody with food stamps, because I still get stamps to this day, you know, but it's like a thing of pacifying your evolving. You keep getting something that's poison, you're not going to be able to evolve. You take away that shit and you try to learn how to live without that shit and evolve in ways that you can't explain, then that's the real growth. And I feel like that need to happen with our people. We need to separate from this shit and rebuild our mind, body, and soul once again, bro. We got to do this shit. Not just for us, for future generation. These kids got to see a better version of us. They're not seeing better versions of us. So I feel like it's going to all make a full circle. It's going to come right back down to the kids. It's going to make a full circle. It got to.
Has mobilized the masses. Not only that, but I think too many people have this grandiose image in their mind when you talk about white supremacy, or when you talk about the system of white supremacy. You think about Big Brother, you think about the Illuminati, you think about
all that shit. It's just one thing. And I feel like people not really seeing how it's actually a mind thing too. You keep thinking these people got all this power in the world when the power was actually with you. And that's the realest shit. Like, the power's within you. You don't have to do these certain shit. We do this because we feel that's successful based off the system that they told y'all that's successful. I got a whole degree in criminal justice. I don't give a fuck about that shit. That shit did not make me. I made me into who I am today, knowing about my soul. I don't want to know about the outside of me. I want to know about my soul. My soul is the real me. At the end of the day, I want to get to a point where I don't have to need the system money at all. All I would have to need is the soul, which I got now. But I'm saying, like, on a level where I don't have to use their sections for a living. It's gonna have to come down to the soul and who you are. So that's what I'm trying to get to, a point where I don't need none of this shit no more. I just need just me, and that's it. That's the true abundance, the true stressful peace. that people need to be at. We want all these cars and shit. We thinking we get apartments, cool. And ain't trying to bash somebody who got an apartment or got a car or whatnot. But don't make that the foundation where if you lose that shit will kill you. Make you feel like you less of a human being. Nah, don't let that get to you that way. Because at the end of the day, you take all this, you take everything away, strip you from everything. All you have is your soul. And how strong would our soul be if all that is taken away? And that's where it's going to make a full circle to what I'm saying about they got to take away welfare and all this, separate us from the system so we can find our soul again. We lost our souls. And it's not about lacking. We just lost our souls. We don't even know how to feel abundant about this being ourselves. Like I'm just saying, like it's most of us do. I ain't gonna lie, most of us do, but majority of us we banking on materialistic things as cars and clothes and all that make us feel fulfilled. And I'm not trying to change the world, but like it needs to get to a balance point though. So us separating from the system and they taking welfare and stamps and child support, that's a good thing for me. I feel that's my perspective. People might not agree, but that's my perspective. It's time for us to stop depending on them. Yeah, Trump saying all this shit, but he actually exposing their hand and he's exposing his own hand. Like who gives a fuck about none of that shit? Fuck it.
These secret mega billionaire corporations, you think about, you know what I mean? There's this super hidden network of KKK clan members, just millions of them just all united and communicating and all on the same page, and there's nothing we can do because this giant, massive system of white supremacy, we make it like that. We make it seem like this is fucking Godzilla, but Trump has made you see the system of white supremacy for what it is. It's a fucking scam. It's bullshit. It's a lie. It's an illusion. It's a
facts. Cause we don't have to play the game. We don't have to play the game of this shit. Like I said, we are choosing to play this game because we have a idea of their idea of what success is. I never played their game for real. Like, yes, I got a car, cool. Get me from A to Z. I can go to parks and stuff with it and shit like that. But my real thing is me. You know what I'm saying? I never really gave up on my soul, bro. I never gave my soul to car, school, and all that shit. All the materialistic things that they feel that you deem success. I never gave my soul to that shit. That shit is just extra stress for me. It is extra stress, Fucking
inconvenience. It's stupid as fuck. There's nothing cool about it. There's nothing right about it. There's no way you can make it make sense. There's no stats or info you can pull out your ass.
Salute, Hurricane. I'm back with another one. Speak My Truth, episode 7. I'm gonna try to. I ain't trying to do it daily, but I'm just gonna do it when I feel like the energy is right. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know why I call it Speak My Truth. It didn't really have a name as of recently, so yeah. But this guy talking about Trump and Trump has an intentional sabotage and expose the system of white supremacy. And I just broke it down in my little way of what I felt about that.
To make it make sense, Trump has single-handedly demonstrated to the whole world how being a white supremacist is anti-human. Trump has demonstrated to the entire world how being a white supremacist and believing in white supremacist values and upholding the system of white supremacy is anti-human. And everyone on the planet fucking hates it. That's a problem with being a symbol. Whether people agree or not, Trump is a symbolism for white supremacy. And every country around the world does not fuck with Trump. Nobody fucks with Trump. So if you're just some asshole out here in America, you still thinking, oh, I'm Team MAGA, I'm trying to make America great again. You was fucking wrong with the world. You was wrong with planet Earth. You know what I mean? And Trump is showing how that mindset, that attitude is like a fucking disease. It's a cancer that just destroys everything that it's around. You know what I mean? It goes deeper than red and blue. You know what I mean? It goes deeper than your politics. It goes deeper than that. And Trump has exposed how this white supremacist mindset is greedy as fuck, how it's selfish as fuck, how it even destroys white people. Yes, the system.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's deeper. Like he's saying, it's deeper than all that shit. I want to explain that too. Like, this shit goes deeper than Trump. Trump, like I said, is the face. They let him say shit that they want him to say. And some of the shit that I'm gonna say all the shit that he's saying, they want him to say that shit. Cause they would have been took him out. And them fake assassinations, they were fake assassinations. Like, come on now. Like, y'all gotta really read between the lines with that shit. You know, so that's why I say we gotta separate from this shit completely.
White supremacy fucking destroys the people that it was intended to support. That's how fucking greedy this shit is. And that's why now you even got a whole long line of MAGA supporters, or used to be MAGA supporters, who are now like, oh, wait a minute, this shit don't make no sense. You know what I mean? This shit don't make no sense. And it's crazy when your own people who was having the Trump flags and the Trump signs and the Trump banners and all types of shit, when all them people are like, you know what, bro, this shit is dumb. Well, you know.
I ain't gonna lie, when he said I started cracking up, because I bet they feeling that way too. This whole political game is stupid. I feel like people gonna actually see this shit. Like, they're gonna be like, yo, fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's time for us to really be about ourselves. I'm kind of seeing it, but it's gonna be a long time before that shit happens. Cause you got some people who still thinking, oh, Kamala, whatever her name is, should have won. You know what I'm saying? You still got people like that who bagging on that, you know. So that, like I said, I don't put my energy into politics no more. The last time I did that was with Obama and Mitt Romney. And no, it was I think it was somebody that I drained my energy with that. My energy was so gone from looking at something, dealing with, I don't know, was Obama, Hillary, whoever it was. The next morning my energy was drained because I felt that I gave all my energy to that whatever it was, and I woke up that next morning, my energy was drained. So that's how I know this shit is energy harvesting at its finest. And people still playing the game, talking about, oh, people pick Kamala, pick Trump. Fuck all that. Like, I don't care about none of that shit. I don't give my energy to none of that shit no more, because I know it's all just face values, and it's all just 3D shit, and it's all just things that keep us distracted and not think about who are the real enemy. The enemy is already inside this shit. And we know who it is. We see it every day.
Doing up there, bruh. If they looking at him like that, you know what I mean? This shit is over. He has divided the right wing so much. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what to do. They don't know what the dogma is. They don't know what the plan, what the program is now. Everything's turned upside down because they had this idea in their mind, and now that it's like come out and come to life and affected real beings, and has affected real human beings, we see the damage. And now there's a lot of people who have come up with these plans and help put them in place. Now they're hiding in the fucking closet because they see how much damage is done. They're like, oh shit, I was part of that. Oh man, that's embarrassing. You know what I mean? That's what Trump has done. And perhaps one of the biggest ways Trump has destroyed the illusion of white supremacy, how he has sabotaged the system of white supremacy, as he has destroyed this image of America being a world superpower. That was the biggest thing that the system of white supremacy could hold on to.
I think this guy, I don't know, like, the way he's talking, it sounds like, you know, he's still banking on like the Democrats, Obama and all that shit to make things right. Like, he on that type of energy still. So I don't agree with that. You know, I don't agree with that energy, because if he thinking Trump is the one, like the only one that's doing this shit, and he said himself, he kind of contradicted himself by saying, yeah, it's deeper than politics, deeper than all that. But it's like, you still blaming one person. That shit is deeper than this man. He just nothing but the face. You ever heard like on WWF where they have the face and all that, but it's somebody behind that shit creating the whole storyline? That's basically what's going on right now. But people still trying to plant like it just this man Trump. This shit is deeper than this man. Like, come on. And I also feel like people gotta stop trying to save this shit. It's over with, bro. Like, let go of the system. We don't need all this shit they trying to take away. We don't need it. All the stuff they trying to take away, we don't need it, bro. We don't need it. Like child support, welfare, all that shit. We don't need that. Let them take that. We don't care. You know what I'm saying? We don't care about none of that shit. It's time for people that really like see this shit for what it is, bro. Ain't nothing but WWF in political form, bro. For real.
America is the greatest, most powerful, richest nation in the world. Now it's not. You know what I mean? And why is it not? This is the consequence of greed. All that greed, all those deals behind closed doors, all that money you was making on the back end while leaving millions in poverty, there's a consequence. What goes up must come down. They just can't make it money. The rich just can't keep getting richer, and the poor just can't keep getting poorer and poorer. I know we say it a lot, but that is not a fucking equation.
That's what I'm saying. So what we gonna do? We're gonna keep saying the same shit every day? Or we gonna actually pick one day and not do the shit that we've been doing? Like, come on. And people, well, you gotta start it. No, ain't nobody. When no one person can't start it, because if one person started, y'all gonna look at him and be like, "Oh, he a bum. He out in the street." You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, we gotta really pick. It gotta be more than just one person that wanna do this shit, or a few people. This shit gotta all be a statewide thing. But as people wanna really do it, no.
It doesn't balance out. There has to be balance at some point in time. And in America, you got billion-dollar corporations trying to figure out how they're going to make some money next year. You know what I mean? What are they going to do when all the consumers are either broke or don't fuck with them? You know what I mean? The stock market, the financial source for a lot of the systems of white supremacy that exist, is collapsing. Well, all this money is just fucking vanishing in the thin air every time Trump gets on TV and opens his fucking mouth.
Yeah, I'm done with this guy, because I'm thinking he not really trying to like really see it for real. But I'm gonna play I got some more videos lined up, but I'm gonna play some more tracks, and we gonna vibe out, man. This is Speak My Truth, episode 7, which I don't even know if that's a real number. But we gonna play some tracks, man. I'm gonna play this song by Waterstyle called Simulation. I like this song by her. And then I got a song by my boy Hurricane, you know.
It's odd time seeing strange things. It's obvious they deranged, getting airtime. Let us watch them break the train. Witness the downfall, ripple effect. They demand all your respect, when no one we give it back. It's sympathy that they lack. It's plain to see through the mask, the motivations they have. So many questions I ask, why we so stuck in this madness? Mind trick central when you turn on the news. Framing your perception through selectively programming you. This reality soap operas got them so confused. Now they so far removed, they don't know what to do. So many lies, it's hard to see the truth. Weak minds can't decipher the code, so they follow the crowd. Worship those who hold the crown. I follow destiny. Life in the simulation, God is chasing his fantasies. Hypocrites chasing that cloud. They be getting in, fitting in, trying to stand out. In the simulation that we living in, so get out. Use your education, learning what the system's about. Begin your innovation. Hypocrites chasing that cloud. They be getting in, fitting in, trying to stand out. In the simulation that we living in, so get out. Use your education, learning what the system's about.
Yeah, higher education. The simulation is ancient. I'm the ancient cosmic being that cracked the code of this holographic matrix. Master of reincarnation, tranquil salvation through astral projection. Constant elevation, united slave ships of America. Go anywhere in the world and you will see it's not right, yo. Innocent bloodshed daily for war. The negative energy I absorb and shoot energy orbs at you from the palm of my hand. I'm an army of one man. I don't think you can understand what I'm talking about. Even if I'm right next to your ear and I shout, you won't know what the system's about unless you open your mind. Read between the lines and see through all the lies that corrupt your mind.
Hypocrites chasing the cloud. They be getting in, fitting in, trying to stand out. In the simulation that we living in, so get out. Use your education, learning what the system's about. Begin your innovation. Hypocrites chasing the cloud. They be getting in, fitting in, trying to stand out. In the simulation that we living in, so get out. Use your education, learning what the system's about.
Yeah, that song crazy fire. Like Water Style was rapping her ass off. You know what I'm saying? Like that's I don't know why she don't be dropping more consistently, but I know it's it take a minute, for artists to drop. But yeah, that I love that song. That's one of my favorite songs by her. But yeah, like that's crazy. For her to be like, divine feminine and rap like that, she harder than obviously Sexy Red, obviously Nicki Minaj, obviously I want to say MC Light, bro. She up there with the legends. I feel with the flow, it's crazy, So I'm play Hurricane song, and we gonna have like 3 videos, and I'm break them down, and then play some more music, bro. Episode 7.
Gotta go through this pain and trauma, unleashing the greater karma. I stay with the great katana and all black, play the dharma. The dark night, the slaying, dark with the weapon, can break my armor. I'm bringing the greatest slaughter. You better pray to the Father. I'd rather become a martyr for all of you. Kill the devil and all of them. Target them with my arsenal, blasting them in the particles. Reading it all in articles. Hurricanes, the revolutionary God. Bringing pain, stay in your lane if you scared to die. Take the fear about your eyes, take it out your mind. While your third eye closed because it's calcified. Fuck the Hollywood life, I will be sacrificed. Like divine, girlie, you gotta testify. If I knock on your door, these soldiers better ride. Cause the government try to take all my fucking lives. Poison water, they poison food, poison the sky. It's time to ride or die, you better grab a 9. My day of 15, fucking modified. With a full-time cannon to take a lot of lives. Y'all scared the revolution, but we gotta try. If I gotta die, go survive. His is gonna fly. On the battlefield, swinging blades where I feel alive. Spitting rhymes up in the booth, I'm not killing time. Trying to enhance the flames that we feel inside. With this elemental flame, they gon' get burned alive. By the cosmic hurricane, bitch, I am divine. Spitting rebel rhymes every time, keep my soul alive. High level rhymes every line, keep your soul in mind. See the pain and trauma inside, but you will survive. See the pain and trauma inside, but you will survive. See the pain and trauma inside, but you will survive. You will survive. You will survive.
Yeah, that I like that song too, Hurricane. The flow on that is crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like you ain't took no breathing points. Like you just went crazy. Like but this next video is if this girl talking about society getting weird. But it's to a point now, like I just told y'all, certain shit is not even affecting me no more. It's like I'm almost, I want to say bulletproof to the low frequencies with this whole distraction with the laws that's being changed, so-called change, the political like leaders, all that shit, like even with the school shootings, all the bullshit through my city. It's like almost this shit is not even affecting my aura frequency because I try not to indulge myself in that. Yeah, I hear about it, but like if I put my energy into it and losing my energy or making me feel or be distracted or just like be in a sense of like fear every day, that shit is not even affecting me no more. It's like it's to a point where it's like I want to say like on some Dragon Ball Z shit. Like I don't know, I just can't explain it. I try not to indulge into that shit because at the end of the day you can't change shit, but you can stand on business about who you are and try to move in a way where if somebody try to do some shit, you better protect yourself. All that fear, all that, being scared of shit, that shit over with. It's time to stand on business and be divine and abundant. Yeah, we got struggle, but shit, they can't kill you. You know what I'm saying? They can't kill you. Let me see somebody. Yup. Yep. So this girl gonna explain how she so-called is feeling off. Her energy is feeling off about society. But like I just told you, when you get to a certain point in this shit, you just ready for whatever. So you're gonna live your life, but be ready for whatever.
And it's getting tougher to just pretend like there's not strange energy in the air when I know that there is. I could feel it, and even my body can feel it. My body is acting strange. I'm just more tired for some reason. I'm actually a little scared. I'm a little nervous because it feel like we just going back in time, y'all. Like Roe v. Wade, DEI, all these things getting overturned. Government literally look like a fucking episode of.
I'm gonna pause right there. She probably just tapping into her little awakening, or she might just still trying to, indulge in society a little bit. But once your mind and body and soul is away from this shit, you don't care if you get the latest Jordans, you don't care if the job call you back, you don't care. Whatever they say success in this system, once you stop caring, I'm telling you, you will not fear nothing. Because that's why they create all this stuff. They create all this distraction to keep you in fear, keep you in delusion of how to really find yourself. You find yourself, you start questioning, you start getting aware, you don't need them. And that's the thing they're trying to do. I always say this. So the way she's speaking right now, I can sense in her energy by her speaking that she's still trying to be part of this by having she wanted probably a good job, or she want something to feel that she's doing her part within society. And that, that's cool, because you just one person. You're not a collective of people, but I'm saying as collective of people, this would need to happen. Just separate from the system as collective people. But as an individual, you can still also not be part of this, but still keep your sanity and your soul at the same time, like how I'm doing. So I just feel like she's kind of like, in her voice and energy, if she's talking, she's still kind of scared about it a little bit. But she don't have to be scared. If I came around her, I'm like, look, baby girl, you don't got to be scared, because you are divine. You're going to get it any way it needs to come to you.
Of Simpsons or something, or Family Guy, or Adult Swim. Job market, everybody struggling to get a job market suck ass. I don't know who said this quote, and I'm probably not even quoting this quote right, but it's like, I think it's Malcolm X. What is the world to a man if he gains the world? If he gains the world but loses himself, or something like that. Pretty much, if the world around you is so fucked, what does it make it that you are the only person who is having a good time? Like, you the only person having a good time.
It's not about having a good time. It's about understanding who you are. Understanding that this shit is not make or break you once you attain a type of a frequency where if it come and go, it come and go. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you might be down and out for a minute, but you shouldn't have to compare yourself on what society saying is successful. That's what I'm trying to get to, old girl. Ain't nobody trying to, party all night and be positive all the time, but we see this shit. You got to balance it out. It's about balance. We ain't scared around here. We popping our frequency. We popping our aura, because we know who the fuck we are. Ain't nobody scared no more. Only people that's scared is the people that's kind of tapping in, or the people who still trying to be part of this shit. Y'all scared. We ain't scared around here. You know what I'm saying? We ain't scared, but we gonna get it up and do you right. Straight up.
Turn me up. Turn me up. They gon' love this. They gon' love it. Get up and do your right. Get up and do your right. Don't let the 9 to 5 get you tonight. You have fun at night. Get up and do your right. Go outside.
All right, y'all. So I got about like 3 more videos I want to play and break it down. So that's gonna probably lead us into the hour mark. But our girl Demora back. She got like another video talking about relationships, boundaries from karmic to divine love. So we're gonna see what she spice in the comments. Yes, sir, Kane. That's a joint. That's one of the joints you put on the cookout. Everybody start doing a bus stop with it. You know what I'm saying? My cousin the other day, she was like, yo, that song sound like Raphael Sadiq and Lucy Pearl song called Dancing Night, but in a different, like you might have the same bass line, but like a different tempo. But I was like, it kind of do sound like it, but like with a different tempo, but the same bass line a little bit. Cause the song like, I wanna dun, 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 and that's it. And this song here got dun, 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 like, so it kind of same bass line, like with a different tempo. So I was like, yo, cuz you hitting on something. Like but yeah, let me play this video of Damara talking about relationships, boundaries from karmic to divine love. And we're gonna break it down.
Pain and hurt and people who hurt you and people who don't value you and people who don't respect you and people who don't love you how you want to be loved and people who take advantage of you and people who fuck you over and people who cheat on you and people who disrespect you and people who call you out of your name and people who use you and drain you of your fucking energy because you don't have boundaries. Pookie butt. You got a big heart and you don't know how to use it. So let me help you real quick. The clerk, we all fam. I can only speak about this because I was that girl who never had boundaries in the past. And until you even learn what that even is, you know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, you're not going to have boundaries. We've all experienced a version of ourselves that didn't have boundaries, right? That we had to go through shit to learn how to place boundaries and what that even meant and all that shit, because it's real easy when you have a big heart to look past red flags and look past flaws in people, because it always goes back.
Because you have a big heart, because deep down you know that if you keep showing the love that you want to receive back, you think it'll come back to you, but most of the time people will get that big heart energy of yours and they'll take it and never come back. So you'll be like, damn, like what the fuck I did wrong, like why they did that. But it's like you just gotta heal from that, man. Like no lie, heal from that shit and understand that everybody is not gonna be attracted to what you trying to offer them. Everybody just in this world, in today's generation, is so cooked that everybody's kind of selfish about that area. And that's another problem too, that I feel like the system actually had part of. And it's deep, man. Like once you really understand, that shit is deep, because at the end of the day, we all just want, real understanding. But like most of the time we don't never receive that, because we have we just have people that come to see that light and just dip, or see that darkness from your light and just try to expose it after you already healed from that shit. So you gotta heal from it again. Like it's just crazy. It's real crazy. Yeah, great. You talking about the live stream or the song Get Up and Do You Right? Cause if you talking about the song, yeah, that's a good vibe. Like I remember writing that song. I was like, man, this tune, the instrumental, it sounds so funky and it sounds so. Cause at that time when I'm making the Better Days, Better Ways album, the album was so deep. It was so deep and mellow. I just wanted at least one song that I can play at a cookout and everybody can dance to it, have a good time. And it was still a conscious soul track where it was telling you to get up and do you. Fuck this 9-to-5 job. Fuck whoever. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the saying, fuck the system type song, but it's like a funky song where people can do a bus stop to it, dance to it, smile, and have a good time. And when my cousin said that, I was like, man, you hit a nerve, because Raphael Sadiq is one of my, you know, I don't worship nobody, but Raphael Sadiq is one of my top inspirations that I always, you know, not look up, but how can I say this without sounding like I'm worshiping somebody? But like, it is a person that I put, that's in my genetics, bro. So that song was just basically based off of Martin Day Dance Tonight, I feel. But shout out to the you know, producer. That's all him. I have no money made from this track or none at all. This my creative energy was on this track, and that's it. But let's get back to her talking about it. Talking about, you know, comic love and cosmic love.
Well, I'm not perfect either. Nobody's perfect. Nobody out here is perfect. No, true. But it's not about being perfect. It's about being pure.
Exactly. And I be trying to tell people that, like, they be saying, yo, you well put together, but they don't understand my story. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, only a few understand my story, like Hurricane, John Horse, you know, my folks, they understand my story, what I came to be. Cause you know, being young, you know, kids always try to, you know, joke with me and talk about my skin color, saying I was too dark skinned. I need to go back to Africa. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even from Africa. I'm indigenous to this land. My family actually owned it land, and we was, you know, I hate to say the Black Indians, but we was actually the real Indians. So people got to really realize that Indians ain't really just what we see on TV, like how they look like. They kind of like Indians brown skin. That's not the real Indians. The real Indians is actually dark skinned people. Even back in the day, you had black cowboys that the cowboy shows always want to show, you know, the Caucasians, you know what I'm saying? But like, the history been tied up and mixed up that you don't really understand what's real and what's truth. I mean, what's real and truth, and fake and illusion. But yeah, that's a whole different video. But let's get back to her talking about it.
What's those intentions? Because it is possible as a person with pure intentions to attract somebody who does not have pure intentions. But still on that same frequency as you. Frequencies and intention, everything.
But I came to a point as of recently though that even if somebody like on your level, your frequency, they are not meant to even be dating with you. Sometimes the connection, the conversation is enough to either inspire them or keep them on a path that they need to be on to evolve to where you at. And maybe deep down the line, the universe will bring them back to you where y'all can actually really date for real. You just never know. And that's one of the most divine mysteries of this shit. You just never know how your life is going to be, how it's going to turn out, how many plot twists is going to happen. You just got to enjoy the experience, enjoy who you are. That's the only thing that you can really control, is controlling you and control who you are. Shit is deep, man.
It's like different. You feel what I'm saying? Like, y'all could be on the same frequency, meaning that y'all are vibrating at a very similar frequency.
I know, bro. I know I keep pausing this, but listen, I want to talk along with her too. You know what I'm saying? Because this is speak my truth. But when she said that, it brought me to another perspective. Like I just said, you can't date everybody, but it's like, okay, you can give them something they can take. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's to a point I get so attracted, I start actually liking them, bro. Like, I can't help that. You know what I'm saying? Because I never really experienced a divine feminine who actually liked me for more than just, I be feeling like, okay, here the real deal. I be feeling like I be giving big brother energy more than husband, boyfriend energy. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I understand, you know, my role with certain things, but it's like sometimes I'll be wanting the divine boyfriend type energy. You know what I'm saying? I'll be wanting to give them that, but they turn around and give and want the big brother, big energy. Like, that shit crazy. But it's like, but I understand, you know, my role. I understand how to move now with it. But, you know, I'm gonna say last year I was, you know, on that, and I couldn't understand why I always been like that. But now I know now. So I had to learn that.
So you attract each other. more so probably for physical reasons until you ascend out of said frequency, if that makes sense. So at certain points in your journey, you might have been vibrating at a certain frequency and you attracted somebody, right? Your intentions were always pure though from the get, from when you first met this person. Now this person that you attracted, because you're on the same frequency, right? But their intentions are not so pure, right?
This shit is deep, bro. Real life. This shit is deep, man.
Right? You have unconditional love. They have conditional love. You were raised off of survival. You get what I'm saying? They were.
Pause one more time. Shout out to Hurricane for this format though, because this I'm using his format as far as like having videos, playing music, talking, having videos, playing music, guitar. This is format I'm using. So shout out to him for inspiring this whole live screen type thing I'm doing right now. Shout out to him. He you know, his format of like I say, music, playing videos, and then talking. This is format. So shout out to him, man, for real. And yeah.
Raised differently off of love. Like it'll be differences in your guys's, you know, makeup and like who you are, and you attract each other for a reason. It's okay to have a big heart. Some of us have a deeper capacity to love than others. Some of us are truly the embodiment of unconditional love.
Facts.
Love is deeper than most people here.
Facts.
I'm saying it's like it's a secret. Okay.
And then it's like the love so deep, right? That you can be attracted to them so much that you know you can't be with them because of what they are not, you know, how their frequency is. You will let them go and they be with somebody who they feel comfortable with, and that job can hurt you, but you be like, damn, you know, I appreciate the time we had, and I let that ride because I still, you know, appreciate that love, and I still got love for her, so I let that ride. You know what I'm saying? That's real shit, and you got to be able to stand on your journey with or without, and still be the realest motherfucker on this shit.
But love is deeper than most people here are even able to comprehend. The force of love is deeper, and a lot of people in this realm love on a very physical level, which is very conditional level, right? What can you do for me? You know, where could you put me? You know, what position could you put me in? How do you look standing next to me? How big is your, okay? Can you make me, okay? Sexual innuendos, okay? Use your imagination. But you know, how much money do you have? You know, what do you got going for yourself? You know, you working a 9 to 5, you an entrepreneur, can you pay my bills? You know, can you shut up and just look pretty standing next to me? So for those of us who have unconditional love, right? And it's not based off of those things I just named, but it's strictly based off of the chemistry, the flow, the energy. You feel what I'm saying? How the fucking vibes. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm just happy to be here. You know, I don't need anything from you but your authenticity, right? And of course, we require certain things in a relationship depending on who we are as people, right? And if you can't communicate those things that you need from somebody, you can't expect them to give you those things. But if you know what you want, you know what you need in order to feel fulfilled in your connection with said partner, and it doesn't have to be what society wants it to be, it's about you and them, right? And if you can communicate that to your person and they don't respect that, that should be an indicator you need to walk away from the connection. The world is splitting too. Keep that in mind as I'm saying all these things, okay? So people in the old world or old earth, whatever, is operating still out of a kind of a lower frequency or a lower level of consciousness. They are more so on how does this shit look? You know, is this a good look for me? How does this shit look? And then for us, it's more so, how does this feel? You know what I'm saying? How do I look in this relationship? How am I showing up? Like, that's what they care more about. Like, is this person seeing me as who I'm trying to be seen as, right? Whereas when you're loving on that deeper level, I already see who you truly are. Mask off. Fucking mask off. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we can see through. There's certain individuals here that can see through the illusions, that can see through the persona, that can see through the ego, that can see through the mask of the person that they're with.
Yeah, Asia, you said I already know we about to get questions. if you got questions, I mean, I'm all here for it. But what Damara was saying, I understand. You know, when you have a big heart, it's like people they put too much on us as far as like, okay, we might be, you know, I don't even want to say well put together, but it's like they see what they need to be, and it's like they kind of project and make themselves insecure about the connection. And it's like, we don't care about that. We want you to be open, genuine, take the mask off, let me know how you feel, be clear with me. It's not no judgment around here, bro. Like, I feel that's the best connection to be in, because everybody letting their mask off and open to a divine connection that they never experienced before. But most of the time, people, they might shy away from that and go to something that they're comfortable with, but it's not helping them evolve and you know, be their best version. Shit deep.
And other people who don't have that ability, they're very insecure, obviously, because that leaves them in a very vulnerable state.
Exactly. I just said that
they can't necessarily control. You can't hide what I already know, what I see.
And then to a point, I already know that they know that I know, but it's like I'm still trying to align it and help you grow. So, because I'm already at the level, I want you to be at this level, not in the way of controlling, but I want you to come together with me in the divine way, so it could be a power that we could never break, bruh. But it's like they're not used to that because it's not a normalized. Let me see what Asia say. To 3D, it may look away, but to high frequency individuals, they will understand because our energy together. All right, facts.
And I see deeper than the physical. Okay, and that's for a lot of you. So knowing these things about yourself is important. The people that you allow in your life, period, because it has to match up and align to your morality, to your morals that you stand on, to your principles. You get what I'm saying? To your authentic true self. You're going to attract what you are, not what you want. Pookie butt. The thing is, we think we have way more control over other people than we do. When we're in a relationship, before we learn.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time, you are meant to meet somebody. Okay, so it's crazy because your energy might be so strong. It can be strong, right? So strong, right? That a person that's trying to get on your level and they actually tap into a little bit of your frequency, you can meet them and they see you. They be like, damn, you was the whole picture. And it's like they trying to get to that point, but instead of trying to you know, connect more and build that alignment, they kind of shy away because it's not normal to them and they feel uncomfortable and they don't realize how the fuck I manifested this and I don't deserve this, but I'm tapping into the little frequency a little bit because the person energy is so strong that that it connected. That shit crazy, bro. It's real life.
These lessons, right? We feel like we have way more control over our person than we really do. Now, don't get me wrong.
And I ain't gonna lie. My thoughts, my 3D thoughts do kick in when certain shit like that happen. Like I be thinking, yo, she might have a roster, but she might have options and shit. Most of the time, it might be. But then I think about it deeply. I was like, damn, maybe I wasn't even supposed to even try to want to attract or start liking or even wanting to kick it with her for real. Maybe it was just meant for me to be in that light for a minute and show her the full version of what she needs to want to attract. Sometimes I feel like I'd be an oracle or something instead of just boyfriend energy. That shit crazy.
There's dynamics where your person, and this is not healthy, okay? But there's dynamics where either you or your person will do things that go against who you truly are just to please your partner. You get what I'm saying? Like, you want this person to stop clubbing, you want this person to stop going out, you want this person to spend more time at the crib. That person wants to go out there and be free. That's who they truly are at heart. Remember, ladies, it ain't where he at, it's where he wants to be, vice versa with women, okay? It's not where she's at, where she wants to be. It's about what you want to do that truly does align with who you are as a person. We get into these connections and then we're insecure.
Exactly.
And our partner's insecure and we know our partner's
Exactly.
insecure. We don't want to make them feel worse. So we do things and shrink ourselves or
Yep.
pretend to be something that we're not in order to appease said person that we're in a relationship with. Once you get to that point and you got to start faking shit to make this shit work, done.
Exactly, because you're gonna mess around and that person is going to see through the flaws. And I'm so real with it. Like, I know red flags is an issue, but I feel like flaws can be something that can evolve over time. So it's like, if I like you, bro, and you got like a flaw that don't diminish the connection or make me feel silly, I'm gonna try to work it out with you. Like, if you might, okay, let's say you might want to go out sometime, right? That can be a thing where we can both go to a bar and we can, you know what I'm saying, connect that way too. Like, I can make ways around the flaws that's like that. But when it's like something that's like, I don't know, man. Like, if it's like something, if she from the, I don't know. If it's something that, like I said, if something that destroy the connection, I can't deal with it. But if it's like a flaw that can easily be changed or evolve into something more high frequency, I can work with it. But the insecurity gotta go though, for real. That's why you know certain ones don't work out with me because they feel like I might have too much going on as far as like with other divine feminists. But like I'm chill. I don't have no roster. I'm just a chill person, and I just do me, and I be grinding. That's it. Most of the time they just get it misconstrued. They might think I have much more than what I have going on, and I don't. That's why conversations is a thing with me. Have conversations. Let's have real deep conversations and see where each of us is placed on the alignment scale.
And it goes like that because you got to think we're in a physical realm. So it's either out or in, within or without. If you're not looking within yourself, you're automatically going to look at the reflection outside of yourself, okay? That's just how it goes, right? So if I'm not looking within myself to validate my own existence, I'm going to look outside and see who's validating my existence in my comments. You get what I'm saying? Or who's showing me love on social media. If I'm not doing that to myself, I'm not showing myself love, I'm not already making myself feel like everything, I'm going to go out.
Exactly. Like the day I was like, yo, because I think last week I was like, yo, I want to go to a park and just be in the grass and just eat fruits and be chilling with a divine feminine. So I was like, man, I don't have that right now as far as like on my frequencies for somebody who actually want to tap in like that. So I was like, man, fuck all that. I went to the park today and I did it for myself, and I felt so good because I was like, okay, if I can't want to show this love to somebody, I'm gonna do it for myself and do it in a way where I don't seem like, oh, I'm lonely, let me go ahead. Nah, I did it because I want to feel I already feel divine, but I just did it because I know I'm divine. I know that the love that I have for myself is me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I did that. And I felt so good doing that. I'm gonna do it many more times. And you know, this have a peaceful, abundant mindset. That's the key for me. That's the key for me, because most of the time people might think, oh man, you too peaceful. You not lit enough. Nothing like, bro, I'm 31 years old. The most I would do is have a house party with family that know how to have a good time, that don't involve, you know, jealousy or trying to shoot somebody. Like, I'd rather do that, you know what I'm saying, than to try to go out there in the club and mess around and see somebody that hating on the light and try to take me out the game. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing I do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't 23 no more. I ain't 21 no more. I'm 31, and that's on their time scale. But at the end of the day, I'm still an old soul, and I love how I be moving when it comes to something like that.
Outside of myself to get that attention. You get what I'm saying? And that's how it is in a relationship, okay? So if you're not going within yourself and learning how to control your emotions, you get what I'm saying? Or learning, why am I getting triggered by this? Why am I in this connection with somebody who feels okay with making me feel this way, or doing things that knows is going to, you know what I'm saying, make me feel this way or hurt me? Why am I with somebody that doesn't, you know, make my feelings as much a priority as I make my own feelings, right? Because you're going to attract what the fuck you are. But instead of us doing that 9 times out of 10, we're just looking at that person and all the flaws, you know? Instead of looking at, why am I here? Why am I settling for this? Why am I staying committed to this? You know what I'm saying? Why am I loving this person more than I'm loving myself, basically? Instead of looking at it that way, we just victimize ourselves. Because we're not looking within, we're looking outside of ourselves. So instead of us, like, walking away, seeing our worth, seeing we deserve better, and being like, you know what, I love you, I'm grateful for the experience that we had, but I see that this is no longer serving me. I now see myself at a higher level. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't see you lower than me. I just see myself deserving more than you were able to give me and fulfill me in this relationship. And it just is what it is. We're not happy here. We can't be authentically ourselves here and be happy in union with one another. We're going to have to fake it to make it on some type of degree and level. And I don't wish to live that type of a lifestyle, and I don't wish to, you know, experience this any further. That's how a healthy, you know what I'm saying, breakup would be. But, you know, 9 times out of 10, it's not like that. It's fuck you, nigga, and everything that you came with, because you hurt me and you broke my heart and you kept on cheating on me. But how long did you settle? Did you let the hurt you to the point where you was like, fuck it, I'm finna hurt you back? Like,
that's real shit though. But I'm gonna place a couple of tracks. She got one more full-length video, so we gonna see what she's talking about with part 2 after I play these tracks. I'm gonna play 3 tracks, man. Matter of fact, I'm play 4 tracks, and we gonna come back with part 2, what she's saying, and we gonna just vibe, bro. You feel me? So I love this live screen. You feel me? But I'm gonna play this song. I'm gonna play this song called Self-Sabotage. Most of the time, people be self-sabotaging the connection. So we're gonna play this song, Self-Sabotage. I don't know if Asia heard this, but this is one of my newest joints. Shout out to Frizzo Beats. You feel me? This is Self-Sabotage, man.
Don't self-sabotage. Don't self-sabotage. Don't self-sabotage. Girl, you know I want the best for you. You get to see the truth with me. You can be the abundance you seek. You just gotta know yourself and be the best you can be. Don't self-sabotage. The connection. Self-sabotage. We built. Don't self-sabotage. Do you see this? Self-sabotage. Don't self-sabotage. Don't self-sabotage. In the same position. Don't self-sabotage. Don't self-sabotage. Connection. Don't self-sabotage. We built. Don't self-sabotage. Do you see don't self-sabotage. Don't self-sabotage. Don't self-sabotage. Oh, you wanna be stuck in the same position. Don't self-sabotage. Yeah. You can't run away from yourself. You can't run away from the truth. You can't find something that's true. You can find, but it won't be this clear, girl. Self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is what you're gonna keep doing. Self-sabotage. You know you can't find. Self-sabotage. You know. Hey, I give you the Deja vu. Deja vu. Deja vu. I see the signs everywhere I go, on the radio, through the TV shows and the news, through my dreams and the numbers I see on the daily. Here we go again, cross the roads again, passing the beginning, and connecting nothing. A chance card is all we have. Maybe this time, maybe not. Here we go again. Deja vu, 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 deja vu. I wanna see you every time, so I can't remind myself how you are. Show your love, I want you so bad. This time, just ask me. It seems so familiar. Been here before, so I know certain things to do. Feel the energy of things that's all not right. It's deja vu. Deja vu. Deja vu. Seems familiar. Deja seems deja vu. Like I seen you before. Deja vu. Deja vu. I feel deja vu. A certain deja vu. Energy. Deja vu. Deja vu. It's meant to be. Deja vu. I got to feel. I want you so bad. Seems so familiar. I want you to see. Oh girl, please. Deja vu seems familiar.
Know this thing called love. It's not hard as people make it seem. But in this generation, we met each other in a time, our life, where we met each other's standards, and we was not afraid to take a chance of love. Staying in love and hard to do when you know the truth. Yeah, yeah, staying in love and hard to do when you know your truth. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not hard. They don't want us together. You and me, it's something that is treasure. Staying in love and hard to do
not hard for me to love you so. Because saying I love ain't hard to do. Ain't hard, when you know your truth. Ain't hard, ain't hard. Staying in love ain't hard to do. Ain't hard, when you know your truth. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, y'all, we back. Tomorrow we're gonna talk about part 2 of the karmic love to divine love, and this part 2 of it. So after this video, I'm gonna end it with 2 songs, and we're gonna end it for the night because over an hour. So this episode 7, Speak My Truth, and it was a good episode, man. I feel like I be speaking my truth on this shit, and this is what I love to do, man. Like one day, hopefully, a divine feminine of my choosing, who I align with, will come on this shit, and we'll talk some more divine talk. Probably talk how we met or something like that. That's what I envision. End of the day, if it don't happen, I'm cool with it. But here it go.
Them boundaries, they can't stand you. You switching up, you think you better than who the fuck she thinks she is, who the fuck he think he is. They done, all that. That's how you know. That's how you know you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, Boogie. They take it personal, and that's not your problem. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it really is. People take shit to heart. They take shit personally, like, oh, you don't like me. Like, it's me. You don't like, you think you're better than me. That's the ego. You get what I'm saying? That's something physical. But no, this is spiritual. It's not personal, baby. It's spiritual. I'm just rising on up, babes. I just love myself. I'm just pouring into myself. I just believe a lot, very deeply in myself. And I'm not willing to compromise myself, losing myself in this connection.
Facts.
Actually, I love you just as much because I know that us being together is going to be just as harmful to you as it's going to be to me. It's not serving either one of us, honestly. So it's not even a point of I love you more. It's just that I value love, okay? And I value myself. And I respect you as well, because if I chose to stay in this connection, you wouldn't really be happy. It would be a game to you. Because you would always feel like the same ways I feel. It's on both sides.
I say this here: if they ain't ready, they just ain't ready. If they ain't meant to be, they ain't meant to be. Like this keep being who you are, and you will attract who needs to be with you. And like I say, I was saying all that tonight, but like I say, whenever the time right, shoot, for me, the way it's looking, my whole life been about getting it after like a certain, like I'm gonna say my whole life with getting things, it been as an older age. So that shit might come at an old age, like I'm gonna say 41 or something. Shoot, it is what it is. That's my whole life. Like when you look at my whole life I've been getting stuff late in my age. Like it's crazy, but that's how I figure how certain shit gonna happen. So not that I'm manifesting it at an older age, but it just the way my life is pattern. It's old stuff happened at an older time of my life. Like for instance, people got licensed at 16, 15. I got mine at 19, 18, 19, almost 20. You know, I graduated college at about like 26, 25, I think. Got my first car at 29. So like, look, the way the pattern looking, it's gonna probably be the same way with that too. So I already see it if that's the case. But like I say, with or without, you gotta still know how divine you are.
Somebody feels like they've outgrown a connection, it's felt on the other side too. Your person, whoever you're with, they feel you energetically pulling away because everything happens in the spiritual before it happens in the physical. So once you start to outgrow and you ascend out of a relationship or a connection, trust that person feels you. disconnecting from them. Some people get scared, right? And then they don't show that they're scared, but
it's to a point. It's crazy because when I feel like a person, either I evolve or the person made a choice of who frequency that they feel comfortable with. If I feel it like in my heart chakra a little bit, like I feel it pulling away. So I like, okay, yeah, I know it's a done deal. That's one of the signs you feel it like in the heart. When you feel it in the heart, you know you was a genuine person. Like, it's crazy.
They get scared that you're going to leave them, and then they do little things to try to keep you there because they see the growth. They see you seeing things from a higher perspective. They see you not being as insecure as you were before, you stepping into new confidence. They see you moving different. They see you not being as dependent on their energy anymore. They see all of that, and they definitely get triggered. So that's when they're going to pull all the hats and the tricks out the box, a lot of them. When they start love bombing, oh, now you want to give me flowers.
Self-sabotage.
Now you want to bust it open. Now you want to be the stand-up person, right? Right? But before I was choosing myself and I was still choosing you, that's what you were showing me. So that's who that person really is. Don't get fooled. Because you're going to get tested when it's time to leave to make sure that you truly are ready to move up. You know what I'm saying? And attract something different. Or are you still the same version of yourself? Because if you are, you need to stay here some more so that you can learn some more lessons and then you can go, right? So you're going to get tested. And they're going to try it. Oh, they're going to try it. Because 9 times out of 10, if you are the one that is the source of unconditional love in your guys' connection, right? They know you are special.
Real shit, man.
Person with a very powerful type of light,
Facts.
Even if you were in a very insecure version of yourself, or part of yourself, or chapter of your life, when you met this other person, they always seen something higher in you.
Man, listen, hold on. Let's play a track called "Manifest Me," bro. Cause that's basically what this song is talking about. "Manifest Me" from Bread and Butter. This song is basically what she talking about. Fuck it, let's play it.
Something, baby. I'm here. Are you down? Can't you see? You manifested me because you want to see if you can receive the love you know you deserve. Can't you see? You manifested me all the things you ask from the universe, give it to you quickly. Are you ready? Are you down? Come on, baby. Are you down? Are you down? Hey, you manifested me to see your dreams come true. Your dreams come true. You manifested me to see your dreams come true. Your dreams come true. Are you still around? Do you wanna hang out? Don't be afraid now. Don't be afraid now. You got what you wanted. Take the fear away. Take this time to reflect and realize I am here now. I am here now. I am. Oh, 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 oh. Don't you feel it, girl? Don't you feel it, girl? Open your mind. Manifest me.
Yeah, for that song, I had a visual that I was planning to do. It was like I was gonna find it, like I don't know what girl it was gonna be, but I could have her envision a picture of me like on her phone, right? And this the visual, a picture of me on her phone, and while she's thinking about who this guy is, I would be like in spirit form, actually following her everywhere she go. Like she'd be at a restaurant, she'll see my vision pop up, and she look at her phone, and then when she look back up, the vision would be gone. And then she'd be at a park, she look at her phone, and then she'll see a vision of me, and then when she look back down and look back up, the vision would be gone. And then at the very end, at the very end, she'll meet the real version of me, and I'd be like, "How you doing? What's up?" And she'd be like, "Oh my god!" Like that's a raw video for that song. That's crazy.
Move up. You know what I'm saying? And attract something different. Or are you still the same version of yourself? Because if you are, you need to stay here some more so that you can learn some more lessons, and then you can go, right? So you're going to get tested. And they're going to try it. Oh, they're going to try it. Because 9 times out of 10, if you are the one that is the source of unconditional love in your guys' connection, right? They know you are special.
Yeah, they know.
You are person with a very powerful type of light, you know, even if you were...
Anytime you can walk into a store and everybody pay attention to you, bro, and you don't be having nothing on that be so crazy, you might just have some shades on or something, because you know what I'm saying, that's what you do. People will still find some way to say something to you or look your way. You be like, damn, what the fuck I got on? But it's just your aura and your frequency and how you carry yourself. Like for me, when I go in stores, they do that exact same thing to me. I don't have to do too much. I can have on some bummy sweatpants with some crops on and a white t-shirt. They will still notice who the fuck I am. So that's why I say it's not about what you wear, it's not what you do, it's how you feel.
In a very insecure version of yourself or part of yourself or chapter of your life, when you met this other person, they always seen something higher in you. Probably been that underlying, damn, like I'm not even, they're out of my league. You get what I'm saying? How did I even get this person? And they might not voice that to you, right? Because who wants to look that insecure? But that's how they be feeling deep down inside. But you be with
Facts, man. Facts. This is crazy.
them. Because we have unconditional love too, so it don't just be about the fabricated shit. I fuck with you, I fuck with you.
Exactly. That's what we're trying to tell people. But like, here we go again with the insecurities. Here we go again with them thinking I'm doing something that I ain't supposed to be doing. No, when I put my time into something, I'm gonna make sure I either link up eventually, no matter what. I keep trying to keep the communication open. If the communication can't get open, then it's not really, I feel like it's not on my end, because I be trying to keep it open. I might send like a reel to see where your mind at. I might send a text or something, even though I don't do text or nothing like that. I be trying to keep the conversation open to see where it's at. If I don't feel no fire no more, then the case of that is closed. So that's what it is with most of the thing. But like they just I don't know, man. I hope they don't think I'm too good to be true or something, because I can't help that I went through hell and came back, you know, as a soldier. You know what I'm saying?
Once you finally do wake up to yourself and you're like, okay, yeah, this ain't really doing it for me anymore, and you walk away, you set the boundary, whatever the case may be, they're going to, try their best to get access to you again, because you're valuable. Because 9 times out of 10, you were the best source of love they ever felt. Especially if they don't love themselves. Obviously, if you're leaving the connection, that's why. But you feel me? So that they want that. They need that. You're a catch. You are. And they know that. They realize that. Now, depending on the person and how, what level they're at, how toxic they are, right? Some can let you go, gracefully. You can bow out gracefully. Others are gonna, be toxic and try to make it hard for you to leave, and try to guilt trip you, try to there's all type of shit that people do when they don't want to get left out of a situation. But you have to make the right decisions for yourself at the end of the day. One relationship with my child's father was the only one that I really tried to stick it out, and it's because I had a child with him. But
Facts.
yeah, you have to realize, and for a lot of people who want to stay in connections for the kids, yeah, no. You are going to hurt those kids more than you're going to help them. If you don't choose yourself in a relationship, you're going to lose yourself. It's either you choose yourself or you lose yourself. Those are the two options that you have. Now, when I say choose yourself in a relationship is exactly that. Okay? A bond, a union, a connection with a reflection of yours that is in mutual, equally yoked. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all gotta have an understanding or overstanding, right? Of what y'all want, of what y'all are, okay? What you guys need from each other. You have to be able to communicate that. You feel me? And it has to be reciprocal. You know what I'm saying? It has to be equal give and take. It can't be one person giving, the other person's taking. It has to be an equal
talking stage. Most of the time, people, they want to, take, from my experience, they want to take and never reciprocal their energy back. I peep game on that easily, so it's like, damn, I ain't putting forth effort like that. So most of the time, it might die out, or they might think I ain't hitting them up or something, but it ain't that. They show that they don't care. I mean, most of the time, it's like, okay, I'm too divine to actually. And begging, I feel like begging is keep asking them the same thing. Most of the time, somebody want to actually, do something. It might take 1 or 2 times. So it's like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Don't play with the energy though.
connection. And you will know that because you will feel it, and it should feel good. Don't get me wrong. It's no such thing as a perfect fucking relationship, but there is a such thing as a pure one. When both of you guys have pure intentions for each other and for yourselves, then you know you're never going to put each other in a position to hurt each other. You know this is somebody that you can depend on 100%. You know this person might piss you off sometimes because that's human nature, okay? And that's just what it is. Y'all might get into little fights and arguments, but the shit ain't gonna get so damn toxic to where y'all calling each other out of your names and disrespecting each other, because y'all have that underlying level of respect, and there's boundaries that don't even have to be set because y'all love each other so deeply. You already know not to cross that line. You already know I would never say that to this person. You already know that person would never say.
And we see something well, and this is what I feel is real. Facts. You got to. You know what I'm saying? When both parties can actually have a conversation where they can tap deep into each other and undiscover things that they never thought would be opened, is amazing divine connection. A lot of people can't even hold a conversation with their partner, but their partner can do like little surface level shit, and they think, some of them think that's the end all be all. But if you can't have a conversation with them, and you around here asking everybody else questions about, things that you should have conversation with him, I mean, it's crazy. And it's like your divine partner should be your best friend as well. And I hate when people be like, oh, you can't do that. Nah, your divine partner should be your best friend as well. Y'all connection should be so strong where y'all can talk to each other in ways that you don't have to feel like you holding something back. When you feel like you're holding something back, that's not the right person for you.
Something like that to me, to hit below the belt, or to try intentionally to hurt me, to belittle me, to bring me down. Okay? These are things that go without even being said when you're in that type of a union with yourself, because you know you're going to attract that. So you have boundaries in your life. You're not going to let just anybody come into your life. You're not going to let just anybody talk to you any kind of way. You don't talk to yourself just any kind of way. That's important too. If you, in your mind, you always beating yourself up, you're a bad critic of yourself, you're very judgmental of yourself, you're very critical of yourself, you always try to bring your own damn self down, you have low self-esteem, and you're talking to yourself, that's like the way you're going to attract that in another person. It might not look that way when they first come into your life, because you don't look that way when people first meet you either. Right? But deep down inside, that's who you are. So that's what you're going to attract, is somebody that's going to reflect that in you. But in that, you will be able to learn You get what I'm saying? From the experience, because every experience that you're in is to learn. You have to choose yourself in relationships, and if you're with the right person, it's not going to bother that person. We're not all the same. So we're not all going to express the ways that we care the same exact way. You can't expect your partner to show you that they care in the same ways that you show them that they care. Everybody has a different love language. Everybody expresses love in a different type of way. Yes, it's important, and you communicate how you like to be loved to your person, and they reflect that, right? But at the same time, compromise has to come in. It can't always be about you and everything that you want, everything that you need. This is where you come in, and you have to choose yourself. Certain things your partner might not be able to give you is where you come in and you have to give it to yourself. You might not always get the reassurance every fucking time. And you shouldn't need reassurance every fucking time like that. You shouldn't be so codependent or thinking that this person's gonna leave me. Is this person hurting me? Does this person still love me? You have to be able to know within yourself you are worthy of this connection. You are worthy. Of course this person loves me. I love the fuck out of myself.
Thanks.
Why wouldn't this person love me? You know, it's your responsibility to heal your insecurities. It's your responsibility. And we put that on
Understanding creates reflection.
our partners a lot of times in a relationship. It's nobody's responsibility to heal you. They can't even do that. Choose yourself or you're going to lose yourself every fucking time. And I used to be a person who, like I said, always wanted to cater to other people's egos and insecurities and feelings, and I never wanted to hurt nobody's feelings, and I don't want to be that person, you know what I'm saying, to act different, or, I was scared of being that person they looked at like, oh, I'm switching up or this or that, because I know in my heart I never would, I never was, I never could switch up on anybody. I am always going to be me. Always 100%, but I'm always going to evolve on who I am and grow. I'm never going to just stay the same way, and we're not supposed to. People who aren't doing work on themselves to evolve and change their ways of thinking, speaking, being, acting, living, okay, to you, it seems like you're switching up because they no longer are on that same frequency with you, so they feel like they don't even have access to you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's a spiritual thing, so they feel that energetic, disconnection. Like they once felt a closer connection to you spiritually, energetically. Now it's more of a distance, and they feel that shit. You get what I'm saying? So they take it a certain type of way, and it shows up in the physical. However, it shows up, oh, this person being weird, they switching up, they this and that. But at the end of the day, you have to continue to choose yourself in this life, because all you got is you at the end of the fucking day.
Facts.
You are the source of your everything in this life. Your love, your abundance, your peace, your harmony, your creation, your health, your every fucking thing. It's you. It starts with you and it ends with you. So
Right.
You have to know that at the end of the day, everything around you is for the fucking experience. And if you get too wrapped up in an experience, you end up losing yourself in that other person, because you're trying
Facts.
to appease to them too much rather than you're trying to please your damn self and fulfill your own damn needs. You're constantly trying to fulfill all their needs and their desires. It gets very chaotic, very unhealthy, very toxic. This is why boundaries is important. This is why loving yourself is important. This is why standing on motherfucking business is important.
Exactly.
Weaken the knees. Stand up. Okay? But it's all love.
Damara speak that real shit, bro. I fuck with her energy. But with that being said, it was a good little live stream episode, man. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting kind of sleepy a little bit, but I gotta take a shower and get me some rest, man, because I gotta grind. But at the end of the day, the grind tomorrow. But at the end of the day, what she said was all facts. In order for you to attract what you need, you gotta have the understanding of self, to have the reflection that you're trying to seek or trying to attract. Once you build up self, you can see what you need will attract to you. Like I'm saying. So I'm gonna play the last track. I always end it with this track because it's always a track of full circle embodiment of having peace with the mindset. Because a lot of times in this world we lose the sense of inner peace. And I can understand why, because all these distractions and all that shit. So this song is what the embodiment of peace is. Let me see what somebody say on the comments. Yeah, Damara is amazing energy, man. Like I love that she be able to cook, and every time she have a long video, I'm gonna try to keep it, put it on this live stream and break it down, while she talk and stuff like that. That I feel like people, they like when I do that. So That's a good thing to do. And you never know. I might manifest her to be on this live screen one day. You just never know. You just never know. But with that being said, Asia, I appreciate you and Hurricane and whoever the third person was for coming through. We're gonna play this song called, matter of fact, I'll make it be a surprise, but the song is basically an embodiment of peace of the mindset and how to move, man. Don't let this shit get to you, because you are divine. No matter if you're in the lowest low or the highest high, that soul is divine, bro. Ashe, abundance, gratitude. I love y'all from the deepest of my soul. And, you know, I'm going to continue doing this, continue dropping music and albums, because I love doing this, man. This is my passion. This is my purpose. And, you know, I got this gig coming up soon that I'll be able to talk to the youth a little bit more in my own little way. And it's going to be amazing. Now, that's all I can do for right now in this realm. And just being my divine self and knowing who the fuck I am, bro.